Good morning, everybody. My name is Keaton Jack. This is the Freshmen RadioHeads with WHIT Radio.org, HCST, High Tech Schools of Technology. And today, our morning got off with a little rocky of a start. We had a mini storm, as I would call it, little flood on traffic. But now it's all good. It cleared up. That's what, spring does. April showers bring Mayflowers. So you got that. But first, today we're going to talk about 3 women were found in a Cleveland basement after being chained and restrained for over a decade. So this is something big in the media. Jason, what can you tell us about this?
These women, most of them were captured as teenagers, and they've been missing ever since. They were presumed dead this whole time, and they've been locked in the basement with ropes and chains, more than likely tortured. The media still doesn't know too much at this time.
Yeah.
And the most shocking revelation from the story is that one of the women actually had a child during this whole ordeal. There's a little 6-year-old girl named Gina. Javi?
Yeah, I mean, the whole story is pretty weird, but what this really does offer is hope, because I mean, you go to Pathmark, they have a bunch of "Have you seen me?" posters, all of that. It's just, I look at it and they say, has since 1997 hasn't been found, and you stop to think, come on, let's be realistic. You're not gonna find them, and all this really does is these people have been over a decade. Nobody knew where they were, and all this does is offer a lot of hope for a lot of families that are still missing family members.
Yeah, they lost 10 years of their lives. I can only imagine the emotional stress that they went to. But, Skippy, do you have anything to say?
That is a very long time. How can they be locked up for 10 years? That is very harsh to the victims who were kidnapped by someone.
It definitely is harsh. And one person says that one of the women had a 6-year-old daughter while being down there.
Oh, I'd like to apologize before I actually I had read that her name was Gina. That was wrong. I misread that. Her daughter hasn't been identified yet.
Oh, okay. Robert and Ulysses, you guys have anything on this?
Yeah, Keaton, you know what I also heard was that people, or per se them, were making phone calls to the police, but they weren't responding. The police weren't responding.
Well, that's definitely interesting. That might be something on the inside that we don't know yet. Like Jason said, it is still unconfirmed what really went down in that basement. I mean, after being gone a decade, it definitely means that they were hid well, especially because people might have been looking for them, and they were in a neighborhood, just a regular house. So that's all we have on that. But moving along, a lot of us today, we're kids in high school, we're young, we're all freshmen, hence Freshmen RadioHeads. But I had 2 tests today starting off this morning, and yesterday night I just had to cram and study. So I just had an interesting question for you guys. How do you study, or what's your study methods so that you can get, good grades on a test? Andrew, how do you study?
Well, I study by reading with whispers, and I just close my eyes after I read the study guide, and I just read and then close my eyes after I close the book, and then I just think it in my mind, so I could so I can memorize it, so I can prepare for the test.
Oh, Jason, how do you study?
I like to study with friends. I find it's a lot less stressful, really, than you just trying to just cram all that knowledge into your brain by yourself. Like, especially like if this friend, like you and like the both of you are like in the same class, it's just more like the both of you are being helped out because he's reading it to you and he's having to learn and you're having to learn as well. So I just like to just study with a friend versus myself.
It's very interesting. I can't study with friends because I feel like I'll get distracted because we'll start moving off topics. You know, we are friends, we're still kids. Javier, how do you study? What do you do?
For me, it's just repetition. Most of my tests are just remembering things, and whether it's a person that doesn't like working in groups or with people, I mean, it depends on the person. You got to work hard, and the main thing is focus. I for once, I mean, it's in a joking manner. I've thought to myself, do I have some form of ADD because I can't focus at all? I mean, it happens to everyone, and it's a matter of knowing the consequences and realizing it's game time. Now it's time to focus.
Yeah, the one thing you don't want to do while, studying for a test is to be stressed out. It's always good to relax because when you're stressed, you have other things on your mind, you're overwhelmed, and you start to forget the information you studied because you're so worried about the test. The best things to do is just relax, take it easy, and just remember, it's only a test. So, you'll know the information a lot better if you study. Ulysses, how do you study?
I actually like studying the night before. I find it a lot easier. Yeah. Or I actually like to study an hour or two before the test because, all the info is fresh in my head. And it's not for everyone. Like, I don't recommend doing it because some people find it hard to do that. Yeah. And like you said, Keaton, I find it really hard to study with friends because I get distracted really easily and I just can't focus.
Yeah, even when I'm studying by myself, I get distracted. So, I think it's all a matter of managing your time. Because usually when you have a test, you have other classes, so you have other homework. Some people get the information jumbled up, so, that's something different. So if that's your problem, you should probably just read the information daily after you have, you get your notes in class. Just read it over when you go home. That way the information kind of sticks with you. Javier, you had something to say?
And especially now, because it's the end of the year for most schools in the United States, it's crunch time. So now's when you're going to start to get the finals. Now the last test before the end of the marking period. So it's definitely time to focus. It's definitely time to buckle down because it's going to be a long month and a half.
I have another thing to say. Mm-hmm. So it's better when you study somewhere quiet. And especially when you're free, there needs to be a time to study. And you cannot goof around, especially on a free period.
You don't feel that studying with music on can help relax you? Because some people I know, they study with their favorite songs on. It helps them think, gets their mind generating. For me, it depends on what type of music I'm listening to. Because, if I'm listening to music with lyrics, me trying to remember words or terms and then hearing other words or terms just kind of like, mixes it up. But if you listen to like something peaceful, something classical, and
Hello?
Oh, we have a caller?
Yeah, we have a caller.
Hello, my name is
Yeah, we have a caller.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Jeffrey. I just want to say.
What's your name?
I'm Jeffrey. I'm Jeffrey. I just want to say. I love the show. I watch it every day.
Lower the radio. You're getting some feedback.
I watch it every day.
Lower the radio.
I love the show. I watch it every day.
Lower.
Okay, Jeffrey, continue speaking.
I just want to say it's the best show ever.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, well, since you're on the line.
He hung up.
Oh, he hung up. All right. Well, let's see you later, Jeffrey. Hope to get a call from you again. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I usually listen to like Zen music, classical music, a little bit of soft rock, just to get the tone and set. Helps me remember.
And my parents, they told me not to play my radio when studying because it could cause distractions.
It could.
That's why my parents worried.
A good thing that listening to radio might do for you, though, it's not to do while you're studying, but maybe before you're studying, if there's a song you like, gets you in a good mood, something to lift you up, because,
relax you.
Yeah, the hardest thing about studying is the stress that comes along with it, knowing that, oh, God, tomorrow I'm going to have this test and my whole career, my high school career.
We have another caller. Bye. Okay. Hello. You're with the Freshmen RadioHeads, WHITradio.org. What is your name?
Oh my God, you guys are like so famous.
Oh, we got fans.
Like, I swear I'm all the way in Paris and I was watching it. Wow, all you guys are so hot. And I just wanted to know, do you guys love doing radio? Like, really? You guys such a great hit for starters. Like, how's everything?
I personally like to do it. That's why we're here. But since you're on the phone, can we ask you a question? Are you in high school or in school currently?
Actually, I am a sophomore in high school.
Okay. All right. How do you study for tests? That's the topic we're talking about right now.
Do you really, like, I don't really study for tests. I usually just fail. And, I mean, that's, like, how I do. Like, I like to fail my tests. I'm not going anywhere, like, you know.
Well, I mean, you must pass on your grammar test because, I mean, you know English pretty well from Paris. So.
But, yeah, but all you need to do here is, you know...
Eat snails.
Not eat snails, Javier.
I'm just messing with you.
Oh, you're crazy.
I mean, if you're failing on your tests, how did you, pass freshman year?
Well, actually, I took summer classes, and I had to go there.
Isn't there a limit to how many summer classes you can take?
So he paid my teachers to bump
I just
up
have
my
a question
grades.
because, I mean, I'm learning French right now. What do you call schools in French anyway? Like, what's the name for a school?
Schoola.
Oh, that sounds a little more Spanish than French. I mean, my
Because
teacher
it's
told me
Latin.
it was el école, so I mean, I don't know.
It's cool.
Keaton?
Oh,
It's
okay.
cool. That's how
All right,
you
well,
say
we got to keep the
I
show
know
moving,
everything in French,
Paris
okay?
woman.
All right,
We never even
nice
mentioned your name.
listening to you guys.
Thank you
Stay
very much.
Thank you.
classy, Don't be trashy. Bye.
Work hard.
Oh yeah, well,
That
I
was
mean
interesting.
that's pretty much it. Whatever way helps you study is the way that you should go. Don't try to change it unless you see that there's an area of need. Always be relaxed and comfortable with when you're studying. Find a time where you don't really have anything else to worry about, and where usually like no one can distract you. Like in your room, don't study in the living room if your mom or dad or sister is watching TV in the same room, because then that'll just distract you and you'll end up watching TV for hours. But yeah, so moving along to another interesting topic, we know that Mother's Day is coming up this Sunday, and it's the day that we show our appreciation for our mamas, the ones who brought us into this world. So what are you guys gonna get your mom for Mother's Day?
Look, I'm gonna be realistic with a lot of you guys. We're telling you to just be thoughtful. Don't come here. I mean, most of the stuff you buy is from your mom's money, so.
Well, there's always a dad too,
There's always a dad, but let's be realistic for a second. Listen, just flowers. Save up those like $10 you have in your piggy bank. We know you were saving up for some shoes or something
15,
like that.
not 9.
15.
We have more than
Something.
$10 in our piggy
Something
bank.
I know, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't overdo it. Just showing your mom that you did think about her. That's really what matters. And just be sincere with it. All right. Don't be all materialistic. I got you some clothes from Guess or from Gucci, whatever it is. Just be caring about it. And yeah.
Ulysses or Robert, what are you gonna get your mom for Mother's Day?
Yeah, I mean, like Javier said, it really matters it's not what you give her, but just showing her that you care,
Yeah.
That's always important.
I'd probably get her like a macaroni necklace or something.
Nice.
It's the thought that
We
counts.
got a line. Is there a line, Jason?
All right.
Oh, we have another
looks-
caller.
Oh,
No.
no. Looks like they hung up.
Oh, they hung up?
We're
Okay.
under an attack today.
They're
Yeah.
probably nervous.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Well, the way I
Meeting
see it
their
is that depending on how old you are, you've given your mother a numerous amount of gifts. You should always try to change it up. Don't always go with that common breakfast in bed gift. Try and keep it a little more, thoughtful. Something that she wouldn't expect, but something that she likes. No one knows your mom better than you do, so it's something that you should just be thoughtful about. I mean, it's Mother's Day. Regardless of what you get her, besides nothing, she's gonna appreciate it, even if she doesn't tell you she doesn't like it. Skippy, what are you gonna get your mom?
Oh,
for
it
Mother's
looks like
Day?
we got
There's
a
another
new
line, I
caller.
guess.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, you're with the Freshmen RadioHeads with WHIT Radio.
Yeah, I know who I'm with. Okay, so I just want to tell you what I'm going to get my mama. on Sunday. My mama gonna wake
I'm
up.
sorry we have to interrupt, but that's all the time we have for our show. So till next time, you guys, have a good weekend and good for the rest of the week. This is the Freshmen RadioHeads with WHITRadio.org. Today on our show, we talked about, women in Cleveland, how to study for a test, Mother's Day gifts, and today on our show, we had Javier Crespo, Andrew Kwok, Jason Morel,
People from
Ulysses,
France.
and Robert
People from
Carrera.
France.
Oh, and a lady from France, too. My name is Keaton Jack, and I was your host, and this is once again the Freshman RadioHeads.
Okay,
Peace out.
bye. So, I was gonna say something.